was probably back in 2014 when I decided I really wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. We get one child. Oh. I'm a firm believer in teaching them young. Johnny, how old are you? 3. And he's helping put all the clothes that are dirty into the basket and doing what he's supposed to be doing. My daughters, I'm about to show, are in their room doing what they're supposed to be doing, which is, okay. And Ina both go stand outside their door with their laundry basket and they put their clothes away because I teach them at a young age and they need to help. And mommy can't do everything by herself, so they know. Okay, here's Ina. I had to take her basket from her, so I dumped it, and she's now sorting it off the floor and putting it in her dresser or her closet, depending on what she needs. And Hanny also has some drawers there for sweatshirts and things like that that are nice and easy to get to. Okay, Hannah really wants to show you something that she likes to do. Johnny, move over, honey. Yep, that's the only problem. Go ahead, everyone can show them. Hold on, go ahead, Booch. Woo! Ina wants to show you something while I go bring the laundry to my room.
Can I show them the Lego world?
What?
The Lego
Yes.
This is our Lego world, and I like to do Lego. I'll show you something. So, like, these, my pajamas go right in this pajama bin. Yeah, there's a baby doll here. Might look creepy. So like, yeah, that's a baby doll. Hold on, Emma. Bathing suit. Go.
She did it last night. What?
I don't care.
Look, he's trying.
And then I have another nightgown. Goes here too. Pants, pajama pants. Oh, and as you can see, my sister gets to paint. Closet, I'm only halfway done because he only gets 2 buckets, but then we're good. And then our dad painted our whole walls. And then the white right there, and then blue for Ina. And then we put this dress right here. And I put all this stuff here, so Mom can just like hang up because I can't leave. But for me to get this stuff, I just stand on my laundry basket and then look for him to get it with the hanger. Sometimes I don't do that, so if you want to see my face,
Hannah, show me me jump. Hannah, show me me jump.
my face. And as you can see, I'm listening. Yeah.
Hey, what?
Hey, what?
Why are you in my closet?
We're camping.
Camping? Who gave you permission?
Brains.
We don't read it.
Can we go now? Please.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Michelle Mahoney here. If you are new to my channel, I talk all about being a work from home mom and how I manage that and how I do my day-to-day things and run some businesses on the side as well. So if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button, and join me on my journey here. So when I decided to become a work from home mom, it did not happen right away. It took some time. In fact, I just, for the first time became like a full-on work from home mom only about a year and a half ago now. So it's been a long time coming, but I think the first thing that people need to do is make the decision and be serious about it. So I made the decision that I wanted to do it, but I didn't know where to go or how to start. And I feel like now is my time to inspire people that if they do want to do that, I want to show you how you can jumpstart it and not wait, like 6-7 years. I want you to be able to do it quicker than that. So what I want to do is share with you my journey and what I did and how you can get there even faster and be completely happy with your choice and get away from that corporate world if that's not what you want. I knew that's not what I wanted anymore. I don't want to work for somebody else. I want to work for myself. And so I'm going to talk about how I am self-employed and how you can be too. Being self-employed is one of the best things I ever did because I get to have ultimate flexibility. If you see my outfit right now, I am wearing black leggings, a sweatshirt. I don't have my slippers on right now, but I usually have my slippers on, and I get to decide what I get to wear, when I get to wake up, when I want to go to bed, what my schedule is, and I get to work it around my children's schedules and their activities and all those kinds of things. So I absolutely love it. And if that's what you want, then you have to find out how you can make that work for your life. The ice cream game? Yeah. Do you want me to get it down for you?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so one of the things that I needed to decide was what can I do to be a work from home mom and make my own schedule and do all those things, because I have been a teacher for the last 12, 13 years. And so, oh my God, actually, now that I think about it, it's been like 14 years. Oh my gosh, I keep repeating the same numbers and not realizing that time's going on. It's been like 14 years since I've been a teacher, and that's a long time. And I love that job. But in my head, I was like, if I want to be a work from home mom, how the heck am I going to do that being a teacher? Like, is there even an opportunity? Is there even an opportunity to make that happen? And it turns out there is. So back in 2019, I found an online teaching company called VIP Kid where I got to teach English to Chinese students in China. It was amazing. I absolutely loved it. And I did that part-time for so long because I was trying to figure out the transition. Okay, how can I make this and take it to be full-time? It just wasn't viable at the time because I'm in the United States on Eastern Standard Time and they're in China. We are 12 hours difference. And so the way my lifestyle was, I couldn't work the hours that they needed me to all the time. Like I could work really early morning or really late night, which is fine. I worked it around my teaching schedule. But if I was willing to work like overnight to be their daytime hours, I could have done better. But then what's my quality of life here? It just didn't make sense. But I still did it part-time for a while and told myself, hey, there's got to be other teaching companies out there where I can find another opportunity just like this. Fast forward a few years and VIP Kid started having issues with the government. The Chinese government and the American government weren't happy that this is like happening. And I'm not really 100% sure of all the details about that, but let's just say VIP Kid had to take a break from American teachers teaching. And there was like this huge gap, and it was really sad and upsetting because I lost a lot of my students as well as many other teachers. And it was really sad for us because I loved teaching on VIP Kid so much. I loved it. But let's fast forward to my journey. I was a teacher in a private school when the pandemic happened, and all of a sudden we just had to stop and work from home and teach fully online. And I ended up loving it so much. I got to pretty much wear whatever I wanted to. I was in my comfy clothes. I was in my house. There was no commuting. There was no all the extra side stuff that comes with it. And it just turned out to be so amazing for me. And I really did love it. In fact, small fact that not everybody knows, I actually got COVID right in the beginning and I still taught every single day and no one even knew about it and I didn't tell them. Granted, I didn't feel the best, but I still put my best foot forward because I was teaching and I didn't want that lapse in my children's education because there was already so much craziness going on. I didn't want them to not have their teacher there. And so I powered through and just made sure I was really on point for those few hours that I was on screen with them. And then I would sleep the rest of the day and do what I needed to do to recover from COVID. But it just pointed out right there that this is amazing and there has to be more opportunities like this where I can still teach my students and stay home and have the best of both worlds. And so I found this company called OutSchool. OutSchool has been such an incredible blessing. and it's actually what I end up doing right now, like full-time, instead of working inside the classroom. Full disclosure, it was so hard to leave that private school. I loved those children. What's up? So I loved that private school so much, and it was so hard to leave. I loved like all my teacher friends and all the students, but I had to make the transition to go from that school to go to a school that was in my town that was closer for a brief period of time to have my transition go the way I needed it to go. So every piece of my puzzle, it may not make sense to people from the outside, but I knew what I was doing, and I knew that I had to get out of the private school and go to the public school in my town for a lesser position. So I was a full-time, like full grade teacher at the private school. And when I moved over to my town school, I was only a teacher's aide. So I got to help and assist with everything and work one-on-one with students, but I didn't have that huge teacher load that you have when you're running an entire classroom and all the subjects and all the things. So that allowed me to have more time at home to prepare for my lessons on OutSchool and get my side gig going. So I am personally somebody that says, I don't like when people are just out there saying, if you want to be an entrepreneur, you know, have your own business or whatever, quit your job and just move, like go home and just do it. That's terrifying for a lot of people because you have your medical and dental insurance and all these things. Like, it's just hard to just get up and be like, okay, I'm just going to quit my job and go. Like, I don't believe in that way. That's not how I could do it. And I know that's not how a lot of other people want to do it. So in my opinion, it's if you're in your job, whatever, think about what your side passion could be that ultimately you would want to be your full-blown passion. Like, what can you do on the side to start building it up slowly, and then eventually it can take over. So that's kind of what I did, is I took a lesser position. So I did make a big move, and then that way I had more time at home instead of grading papers and preparing lessons for the job that I wanted to eventually leave. I could do my job at school and then kind of leave work at work, and then I could come home and focus on my side hustle, which was teaching online. So to make my lesson plans, projects, grading, anything that I wanted to do with my online business, I could do at home. And now I had, it had my full attention and my full focus. So that was back in 2021. By that time, that school year was over. I told my husband that that was the summer that I was going to go full-fledged, full-time into this business. And full-time for the OutSchool was not full-time for most regular people's hours. Full-time was like maybe 2 to 4 hours per day, depending on what I wanted to do and how much money I was earning. It turns out I was earning the same income I would have if I was working those 8 hours at a school somewhere and wasting gas money and having a commute and doing all those things that I just personally didn't want to do anymore. I still wanted to work with children. I still wanted to teach, but now I was able to do it at home. So that summer I was like, this is it, honey. I'm doing it. I'm going full-fledged. And he was like, all right. So now for a full year, and this is going into my second year of fully teaching online from home, I can now relax and I get to wake up with my babies. I get to walk them to school. I get to stay home with my son. My schedule is completely flexible, and I can be with my children whenever they want me to be. And I can go to the meetings, and I can volunteer to be on the school committees to get things for the teachers and to be the classroom liaison if I want to. Like, I have all this availability now where I can go and do the things that I want to do and be present for my children still, and still also do businesses that I want to do. Behind me here, you might notice I have my 2 bookshelves, lots and lots of books, because I'm an avid reader. I always have been. I absolutely love reading and writing and teaching about reading and writing and having book clubs and things like that. So I found a way that my friend Lisa once said to me, I wish I could read and get paid for it. And for whatever reason, that really stuck with me. And I was like, oh my God, girl, like, yeah, me too. I want to read and get paid for it. Like, how amazing would that be? So I said to myself, I want to have a bookstore. I think that's a great idea. I love to read and I love books. I love the smell of books, the look of books, everything about books. I want to do this. So what I decided to do is start my own online bookstore. So yes, I still teach online. I still do all that part, but now I have my own online bookstore. My assistant's here. Do you want to come on camera, assistant? This is my assistant, Hannah, and she helps me with my bookstore. This is my daughter, and we love to do the bookstore together. She also loves books, so she helps me put everything on the shelves while I input it in the computer. And then when I get an order, she helps pick the book from the shelf and put it in the package, and we do all the things together. And we love it so much. So it's a hobby and it's a business, and we have so much fun doing it. And I just love it so much because I can go ahead and read a book, and then I get to promote it and talk about it to other people. And then I get to lead you right to my bookstore and say, hey, if you want a copy of this book, here it is. And if that book happens to not be available anymore, here's my Amazon link, and you can go buy it off of Amazon. So everything is strategic, but it's fun. I love to read. I try to read 2 books a week, and that way I can go ahead and post the books, all the new ones that are coming in. I can read them and then promote about them and talk about them and give reviews. And then I get to have this separate business. Okay, good job. So another thing that I love to do is craft. And so I have actually had a Etsy shop for a long time now where I make custom designed t-shirts and sweatshirts and things like that. And it's just something I really love to do. I've always been a crafter since I was probably Hannah's age, like very, very small. I loved arts and crafts and I love to create. So I've had an Etsy shop where I do my own graphic designs, and it's always just been more of a hobby for me. And everyone that knows me knows that I do it. And so everyone always comes to me when they want something custom made. So I do technically have a little side hustle there too. And I've had this actually for a very, very long time. But again, it's never been full blown because it's just more of like a hobby for me. But I did want to put it in here that I am a crafter, a teacher, a bookstore salesperson, and also one more thing. So the other thing that I do is on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I am a caregiver for a 38-year-old man who has disabilities, and I go to his home, which is only 20 minutes from my home, and I get to go and spend time with him and help take care of him and bring him in the community and teach him, and it's just absolutely incredible, and I love it so much. And so, yes, I have these little 4 things going on, but it's because I love them and enjoy them, and it works for me and my things that I've got going on. So I just want to inspire people to say, yes, having a niche can be really great. And if you love something so much and you only want to focus on that one thing, then absolutely, by all means, it will probably be easier for you if that's what you do. For me personally, I have a lot of different loves in my life, and I make enough income to support my family, but also find joy in myself and my passions every day. And I can be happy doing that. And so I just want to inspire anybody that is watching to really go and find your passion, maybe passions, and go full-fledged. Find that side hustle. Find the thing that's going to make you happy. And you know what? Even if it doesn't turn into your full-time gig or you become a work-from-home mom, it's all about finding something that is bringing you joy. Because if your full-time job, your corporate world job is not bringing you joy, then you need to find something that is. Because otherwise, you're going to be burnt out and not want to do anything anymore. So my goal here is to inspire you to do the things that you are passionate about, that make you happy, and you just have to get started. Now, for me personally, I have a really close friend who happens to be my coach as well. Her name is Andrea Perry. She's highly, highly recommended to keep you on task, get you where you need to go, and organize all your thoughts and just everything that you need to focus. I highly recommend going to Andrea and using her consulting services because she will get you in the place that you'll figure it all out, right? You'll have that organization to say, I'm not really sure what I want to do. I just know I want to have a side business or whatever. Andrea's your girl. She is all about, being that person and coaching you through it and getting you to a place where you're happy and every day you're going to be focused because she will help you and direct you in that way. So if you've watched this long, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it inspired you and gave you a little bit of excitement and inspiration to get you started on doing something that is making you happy and bringing you joy in your life, no matter what that is. And I really hope that you stick around and follow my journey. And if you have any questions, please put them in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video and definitely subscribe so you can stick around for my journey and we can get to know each other while you're here.